Your voice, your opinion, your community. Fact TV, free speech, protected.
The following is independently produced programming. The views and opinions expressed are those of the producers and do not reflect the views and opinions of Falls Area Community Television, our staff, or board of directors.
Thank you. Hi, this is James Bourke, TV show. Today, it's a Tuesday. Yeah, I know that. And today, our topic is going to be skiing. Yes, I was to ski. Not anymore, but the Seahawks won on Sunday, and I'm very happy with them. It could be Pats, but next year. Now, we're gonna talk about sports. We're gonna talk about what was talk about. We're gonna talk about today about candlepin bowling. We really like that. Gary Carrington and Gary Santor. Gary Casey. Start again. Yes. Gary Carrington and Gary Santor started the whole bowling candlepin show. And there was Jim Bat, 1958, October 4th, and that was a Saturday at 12 o'clock. And first, the hostess, Diane Gillis, did good behind the scenes, behind the microphone. And Philip and Pusser and director. And while stood, I was weapon that's and referee. He was sitting on the white line, worst piece of food and worst pants. Well, worst piece of food is the same thing. If it comes 2 feet over the deadwall line, and if it does not, if it stays behind the deadwall line, it stays. And of course, Al Didio on the tonic scoreboard, keeping score for the folks on the tonic scoreboard. Of his typing in of his fingers. And that's pretty amazing to do. And Keith Williams on the big board for the folks here and for the gallery as well as the audience. And of course, don't worry. Schoolkeeper inside the season and schoolkeeper inside the season as well. And Brian Howard, we can't forget him, set up the equipment, set up the microphone for Don Garris, and the cameras, and the monitors, and the cameras, like I said. Now the live temperature show. Yeah, that came from Pilgrim Lansing, Heffron, Massachusetts. It was 5 strands, 5 bowlers. It was live. Then of August was Saturday night. 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Yes, and the next day, the following week, it was on 11 a.m., 11 o'clock in the morning, and 12:30 in the afternoon, from Pilgrim Lansing, Heffron, Massachusetts, with Don Garris, the host, and the same people. And the weapon dots and referee is Ralph Stewart. He couldn't see the balls with the come behind the deadline line, over the deadline line, excuse me, because it was 9 and 10. That made it harder to see. And the Atlantic, Massachusetts was easier because it was lane 2 and lane 3. And I want to thank Don Garris again for books that for getting in the home base for the Candlepin Bowling Show. And no Tano, that is. It was on WNDS, after that, WNDS TV 50 out of Derry, New Hampshire. First one was Pilgrim Lansing and Heffron, Massachusetts, been no home for Candlepin scans, and been home again for Piper Swans in Wyndham, New Hampshire. Candlepin Stars and Strikes. Saturday at 12, Sundays at 12. Noon time, yes. And that was of Dyke Brown, host number 1, and Dan Murphy, host number 2. And the last one is Wheeler Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. It was called Candlepin Stars and Strikes, no home as well. And on the winds of no more weekends. And yes, and that was Candlepin Stars and Strikes at Wheeler Lanes in Nashua. If you coming from Manchester area, you take Ward 7. And if you're coming from Massachusetts, you take Ward 8. Oh, it's the way around. Massachusetts, Ward 8, and New Hampshire, Ward 7. Okay, that's what I'm going to tell you. Not for today, at least. And I want to thank Sandy Sissom, Sean Howard. Oh, first, Dick West and Mike Mullen. Okay, now start of Sean Howard, Sue Howard, and Wave Cinnamon, or Cinnamon, Paul Hunter, Kevin Fond, and Paul, and Bob somebody, Bob Williams, and yes, and Larry Taylor, Larry Taylor, yes. Okay, now, we're gonna talk about more, but it's been fun for candlepin bowling. Don Gillis is, when I saw him, he always liked him for Jay and my dad and Granby Bourke for coming down to see us live in person. And they were good ballers. 10:05 in Boston. They were, when the Warriors started, that's the time I went down to watch a taping. And it was fun. It started at 10 o'clock in the morning to 5:30 at night. Wow, and that's a long time. Let's see. And I want to thank again Ed Harden for 10:05 TV special on WCUB. Friday at 7:30, January 26th. And yes, at that Friday night. Okay, and Saturday, January 2027. Was people stopping the areas was John Seneke and Dave Ritzes. And that was that Saturday, January 27, was the last bone show you're gonna see on television. And everybody say bye to Dan Gillis. Bye to Dan Gillis. It's been fun. It's been 15 years of terrific enjoyment. So it's been 58. So it's been 58 years of candlepin bowling. It goes back on the Tower One. 1958 it started, and 1967 Dan Gillis started, and guess what started as well? The football season. Yes, and oh, by the way, for the football season, our show on 10:05 in Boston start half early. That's only for college football. And just so you know, I will never forget what Dan Gillis did for his friends, his helpers who helped him. 58 years. I can't believe that. That was a Tower One terrific enjoyment. Instead of weekend and week out. Yes. And Wheelerlands. I said Doug Brown, host 1, and Dan Murphy, host number 2, did a good job as well as Wheelerlands as well. Did a good job on candlepin from Wheelerlands, Nashua, New Hampshire. You're watching Candlepin Stars and Strikes. And Saturdays, it was Common Sense of Dick West. That was on 1 p.m. on Saturdays. And Sundays, it was Hyacinth at 1 o'clock as well. And I would think, again, crosswords for on 10:50 WNDS TV 50 Derry, New Hampshire. Don Creighton and crosswords. December 21st, 8:30 p.m. I was on it, the audience was on it, and the two hosts were on it. Dick Rust and Mike Mullen. Oh, and yes, and I went up. Mike and Dick had a competition at Pilgrim's in Haverhill, Massachusetts. We have to go head to head. That was in March, only once a year. And yes, there's 7 scheduled bowling tapings. Yes. And the one we keep forgetting is the mixed doubles of the men's and the ladies mixed doubles format. Both shows. And yes, okay, we still got Brandy. And I want to thank Doug Brown and Dan Murphy. Thank you for candlepin bowling on 10:50 in Derry, New Hampshire. Derry, New Hampshire. You're watching the winds of my weekend. And our time was candlepin for dollars. Frank Babbitt and Mike Mullen. Yeah, I got it right that time. And one more, and the other one was Bob Farragut and Dan Murphy. Big Shot Bowling from the Wani Bowling Center in Winnewery, New Hampshire. And they had 3 pins then of that year's show, and one up and the winner tried to hit that, and once and he did, and she did too. And that's what we had to make. Our 3 pins standing up. Sometimes that happens, make it, and sometimes they don't. But if they try their best. And I keep with it's 60 years of college football season. Ouch. No, ouch. Deep pencil again. And the audience, like I said, has been very helpful and very nice to meet. And don't forget free coffee and free donuts on Tuesdays. Every time they come hold a taping in Nashua, New Hampshire. Milano's Pizza and Subs. Thank you again. And that was on Saturday and Sunday. Tony Neef Weston. Where the crew eats. Oh. Man, that's something. Yes. And in the past years, we had good candlepin bowling on TV. Oh, and I forgot one. With the wins in Nashua, New Hampshire, the scorekeeper was first it was Paul Hunter. If he couldn't make it in, it was Chris Bobert. And I want to thank him for letting us meet you in person. It was kind of nice. We had a good time. Oh, and the bite lights, 102 degrees. Woo wee. No, I'm not serious about that. And I went up what Don wants to say. Diamond wins again and does Twinkie Town Angles, and yeah, I think that's funny too. 4 strikes in a row and 10 marks in a row, and sometimes they got 11 marks in a row, and that's amazing. And don't forget Paul Bourke, his big 500 table. Ouch. That means that was good. Congratulations, Paul Bourke, for his big 500. We have to go in a couple minutes. See you next week, same time, same station, and see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.